So next part under software testing is system testing. Write a short note on system testing. This question was asked in Mumbai University May 17 paper for 10 marks. So the finger pointing is a classic system testing problem. It occurs whenever an error is detected, and for each system element, the developer blame each other for the problem. So finger pointing means you're pointing finger at someone else. So the developers also, they do the same thing. They point fingers at each other that you have done this problem, it is because of you that this problem has happened, and so on. System testing is a series of different tests, and the main reason for these tests is to test the complete computer based system. The purpose of each of the tests is to verify all system elements properly and ensure they are integrated properly and perform the required function. So system testing is a series of different tests, and the main reason for these tests is to test that the complete computer based system, whether the complete computer based system is functioning properly or not. The purpose of each of the tests is to verify all system elements properly and ensure that they are integrated properly and they perform the required functions. Recovery testing. The computer based system may recover from faults that are occurring and can resume back the normal processing within a stipulated time. So computer based systems may recover from the faults and they can go back to their normal functioning within a stipulated time. But in some cases, the system should be fault tolerant. That is, it should continue to functioning despite failure. So system should be fault tolerant, means it should continue the functioning process despite the failure. In some cases, the system must be recovered back from failure and corrected within a stipulated period of time. If not done so, then some drastic economic change will take place. So if the system is not brought back to its actual position, actual functioning, then some drastic economic damage will take place. For example, online shopping sites, banking sites, where the data is very sensitive and critical. In recovery testing, a system is forcefully sent to a failed state in a variety of ways, and testing is done to recover from those states. So what do you mean by recovery testing? Forcefully send the system to failed state and try to bring back it from that failed state. Try to bring back the system from that failed state and check whether it is coming back or not. The motive is to test that the system is recovering properly from the failure state. So what is the motive? Motive is to test whether the system is recovering properly from the failure state. So motive is to test whether the system is recovering back from the failure state. If it is an automatic recovery, then reinitialization, data recovery, restart and checkpointing mechanisms are evaluated for correcting the errors. If the recovery requires human intervention, then the mean time to repair, that is MTTR, is calculated to find whether it is in acceptable limits or not. There are two types of recovery. One is automatically it is recovering, and the second is human intervention recovery, where the human intervention is required. Some person has to look into the matter. That is a human intervention recovery. Next is security testing. So we saw recovery testing. What was recovery testing? Basically, you forcefully send the system to the failed state in a variety of ways, and then testing is done to recover back from that state. So from that failed state, you are bringing back the system. So what is the motive? Motive is to check whether the system is recovering properly from that failed state or not. Next is security testing. All the computer based systems that handle sensitive information or cause the actions that can harm or benefit any individuals is tested for illegal attacks to the system. The examples of illegal activities are hackers who try to attack system for sport, detained employees who try to attack the system for revenge, some mischievous individual who try attack system for illicit personal gain. So hackers can attack detained employees. That means the person who has been detained by the company and wants to take revenge on that company. some mischievous individual just doing it for fun, for personal gain. Thus, security testing verifies whether a protection mechanism is built or not, whether your system is protected from these people or not. The mechanism should provide the system from illegal attacks and unauthorized access. So it should protect the system from illegal attacks and unauthorized access. In security testing, the tester may work as an intruder that tries to attack the system to check its security. The tester can do anything to check the system security. So there are many ethical hackers. What do? They do the security testing. They ethically hack the system to check the security of the system. So they ethically try to intrude inside the system. Intruder means someone who is barging inside your system, someone who is entering inside your system. So they purposely try to attack the system and check the security of the system. For example, the tester may try to obtain passwords and may attack the system to break down the defenses that were constructed. So the tester will try to break the defenses. So basically the tester will replicate the words of the hacker, who is an unauthorized hacker, who is not an ethical hacker, some kind of mischievous person or a detained employee. What will the tester do? The tester will try to copy the actions of these people. So first is overload the system by series of requests to cause denial of service attack, purposely cause system errors, attack the system during recovery, browse through the insecure data, find the key to enter into the system. Good security testing will definitely attack the system. So these are the ways in which a tester will obtain the password, will break down the system for doing the security testing. Next is stress testing. So under system testing, first was recovery testing, second was security testing, third is a stress testing. What is stress testing? In stress testing, the test cases are conducted to bring programs into abnormal situations purposely. So programs are brought to a abnormal situation purposely. Now why this is done? Why are you bringing the program to an abnormal situation? Because before the delivery, the attempt is to uncover every possible error by trying to fail the system by taking abrupt inputs. So you are taking some abrupt inputs. Why? To check whether the system is giving a proper output or not. To check whether all possible errors which can happen have been checked, have been corrected or not. So for example, there is a calculations software and a child, suppose writes 2 divided by 0. Now we know that 2 divided by 0 is not a defined function, it's not a defined output, but that child is doing this kind of a mischievous behavior. So the system will check all these abrupt inputs also. So this is what? This is a abrupt input wherein the answer is not going to come. Right? So to uncover every possible error by trying to fail the system, you will purposely try to fail the system. Stress testing is executed in such a way that the system demands resources to be in abnormal frequencies, volume or quantity. For example, input data rates are increased to determine how input will respond. Test cases that cause excessive searching of data on disk are created. Test cases that cause problem in memory management are created. So there are certain test cases where the memory will not be managed. Those kind of test cases will be created. Input data. So many number of 2's followed by many number of zeros. So 2 followed by 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 so on will be there. How you will, this way you will increase the input to check whether the system is responding or not. Then memory management problem, how is it solving that? How is it solving the excessive searching problem? Test cases are created that generate interrupts. Test cases are created that require excessive memory or other excessive resources. So such kind of test cases are created to check whether in case of a stressed condition, these are called stress conditions, where the system will be not able to function. It will cause an error. 2 divided by 0 is a stress condition for the system because system does not know what output to give. 2 divided by 2, system knows that the output is 1. But 2 divided by 0, system comes under a stress. So this is called stress testing. Increase the load on the system, create abrupt inputs so that the system will respond. And if it is not responding, then that means there is an error. So check out for all possible errors. Next is the performance testing. Performance testing is generally conducted for real-time and embedded systems. These are the software that cannot compromise the performance requirements. If the software is not functioning as per the requirements, then it is unacceptable. So performance testing means that the software should function according to the requirements of the customer. Performance testing is conducted at the runtime and its performance is assessed in the context of an integrated system. Performance testing occurs throughout the testing process. Right from the unit level testing, the performance testing is conducted. Each of the individual module is performance tested. In the end, all the system elements are integrated into one complete system and the actual performance of the system is evaluated. So right from the unit testing, that means right from the level 1 stage, it will happen till the last level, and then after every level is tested, you will completely integrate it into one complete system and then again evaluate that one complete system. So again you will evaluate that system as a whole, whether it is perfectly performing or not. What is performance testing? Performance testing is nothing but to check whether the system is fulfilling the requirements of the customer. If it is not, then we say that the system is unacceptable. Verification and validation. Verification and validation is a set of activities that ensures that all customers' requirements are fulfilled by the software and all the functions are implemented and working correctly. The validation ensures that the software is developed and it is traceable to all customers' requirements. So under system testing, the first one was recovery testing. What do you mean by recovery testing? To check whether the system is recovering back in case of some problem in the system. Forcefully the system is failed and then it is brought back to the original state. The motive is to check whether from a failure state it is recovering back to the original state or not. Second under system testing was security testing. So why security testing done? In case of hacking, detained employees attacking the system, some mischievous individual attacking the system. Is the system coming back to the normal or not? How is the security of the system? So how is it checked? A tester can be an ethical hacker, can be a person who knows how to intrude into the system. So he will try to intrude into the system ethically. The company knows that he is intruding into the system and he will check the system security. He will replicate the behavior of the hacker who is the non-ethical, illegal hacker, illegal person, detained employee or some mischievous individuals. He will replicate the behavior of these people and he will try to check whether the system is working properly or not. So he will break down the whole defense that was constructed. Stress testing is abrupt inputs. In case of abrupt inputs, how will the system function? Performance testing is to check whether the system is meeting all the requirements of the customer. If it is not meeting all the requirements of the customer, then we say that it is unacceptable. That is all. That is performance testing. So in performance testing, right from unit level testing, it will be conducted for every level up, and then all the levels will be integrated as a whole system, and again that whole system will also be tested for performance testing. and the last one we saw was verification and validation test. So all this come under system testing. Thank you.